We are live for Flock University, Flock U. My name is Jeff Levack, team president of the Albany Firebirds. You'll notice that we're huddled close together, but there's a reason for that in a second. But first, let me introduce you to the real host of the show, head coach, general manager of the Firebirds, professor of Flock University himself, Damon Ware. And now you see the other reason that we moved over this far. Somehow, did he join your coaching staff? What's going on here?
I'm recruiting right now. I apologize.
You guys don't have this isn't church, by the way. You guys can you can say hi, you can wave, you can clap, you can whatever. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
There you go. Can you hear us? Can we hear us? Come on, let's go. All right. Sorry, the professor himself.
I think they said it wrong. Shots on Gino.
No, glad to be here for another show. Obviously got our MVP here, Darius Prince. We want him on as many shows as we can to be a part of this whole thing now that he's up here in the community. So all fun stuff, and ask away some questions for the GOAT.
Yeah, so periodically throughout the show, if you're joining us on the Firebirds Facebook or YouTube, you can do that. And we also, if you're here and you're brave enough, I can hand you a microphone real quick. You can ask a question right here in person, live at Hooters, 70 Wolf Road in Colonie, Flock University, and it's always moving, it's always changing. There's always things going on, but I feel like what we've learned right away as a part of the new AFL is they can still find a way to shock you a little bit. And I feel like that kind of happened today when the news came out of the newest team. Professor, Mr. Head Coach, General Manager Damon Ware, we have a new team in the league, and we have you got another coach you might have to contend with at some point.
Love it. The Nashville Cats were announced today, obviously with the affiliation with Jeff Fisher, longtime NFL coach.
So they're going to go 9-7 or 7-9 every year. Is that's Jeff Fisher?
I've seen that joke a few times today, but we love it. Obviously, when there's good football people involved in something special, obviously only special things will come. Nashville is a great community. It's a beautiful place. For those of you that haven't been, I heard, and it's just a rumor, that it might possibly be the location of the championship game. And, for us here in Albany, and we know how this goes, we definitely like to be there and show out in Nashville.
Darius, you hate Nashville. There's no way you want to go to Nashville, right?
Me? Oh, no. I've been to Nashville about 3 times, and I actually had a great time in Nashville. Nashville is pretty cool. Next time I go, I got to give me some cowboy boots and a hat, though, because I noticed everybody on, I think it's Broadway Street.
That main drag.
Yeah.
It's everything's on the main road.
Broadway. Yeah.
It's the biggest little city you've ever been to.
I've got to make sure I got the cowboy hat. I don't know about the boots, but definitely the cowboy hat for sure.
I don't know. I see a lot of people faking those cowboy hats lately. You gotta wear it. You better wear it real.
Somewhere.
I will not be doing a cowboy hat.
Hopefully.
So for the rest of y'all, do that. But I'm gonna rock my Firebirds hat.
I didn't know people from Michigan wear cowboy hats, but that's new. Who knows?
Block you live from Hooters.
Who knows?
Great drink specials, by the way, right here today, and amazing wings as always. I love it. This is I like Tom Gross, who's one of our fans who's not here tonight, but he did mention right away, love the Firebirds gear. Can you just quietly pretend that you care about the gear? You're asking for gear. It's all right. We get it. We're working on all that. It's all getting put on. But there was a year that went away, but basically what happened is a grenade was thrown in the room. We got to restart everything.
Yeah.
So we will get it, but we're not going to do it till it's right. Fair?
So fans, we are going to get the merch right. We love the rebrand. Being a part of the Firebirds is just such a special thing. It's been so positive, obviously, around town. We're going to get you the merch that you need so you can show up and show out at the game. So don't worry, but it'll be coming out soon. Way before it's time to get some Christmas gifts for your loved ones. We'll have it out. Merch, season tickets, all that will be ready to go inside the stockings under the Christmas tree.
Love it.
So we got it.
Yeah.
Love it. That's all I need.
I didn't get the gray polo memo.
Here we
today,
go.
So
Here we go.
I'll drink my water to that one.
Trayvon Shorts, he's Firebirds. He's here, and he asked me, how about those Celtics? You barely beat the Knicks. 4 points, and our best 2 players stunk. Okay, they couldn't hit the ocean with a basketball if they were standing next to it. You wait for it, sir. Your Celtics are going down. That's all there is to
it. Did they lose opening night?
The Celtics?
Or they won over the
I mean, they have to live in Boston. They're always losing.
Yeah.
Terrible place to be.
Oh.
Terrible,
Yeah.
terrible place to be.
Oh.
All right, so Nashville Cats,
New York
Jeff
till we
Fisher.
die.
When
Ah.
when you hear, like, again, Jeff Fisher is helping launch that team, get everything together. For me, I'm like, hey, I'm just a fat kid from Colonie, and I'm doing basically the same job Jeff Fisher's doing. I feel pretty good. You've coached in a lot of places, done a lot of things. What does that mean for you when you see names like Jeff Fisher attached to these AFL teams?
I mean, again, it just means that slowly but surely we're creeping back to the big-time AFL that we all know and love. And so you look at Kayvon Thibodeau that's joined the ownership group of the Oregon team. You now got Jeff Fisher that's a part of the Nashville team. We are starting to add those big names in, and it's going to be a great thing. And so all these people with the rumors out there that the AFL isn't this or that, we are here. We're here to stay. It's going to be a great football season with great people, and we absolutely love it.
Bottom line, the championship runs through Albany, and we just gonna keep it at that.
That's what we do. We have to figure, get some travel agents, make sure all these great people can join us in Nashville if that's where it's going to be when we win this thing. That's what's going on. We there are rumors out there, like people think they already know. This week inside Arena Ball, who just missed us at Halloween. He was walking in, we were walking out. Said the first games, allegedly, the first games are going to be the Philadelphia Soul at Chicago Rush and the Orlando Predators at Nashville Cats late April. I don't know if any of that's true. I know that November 16th, there'll be a lot of news coming out of the Arena Football League for everybody. But if that is the case, if those are the first games, I feel like it's kind of saucy of the AFL not to include their future champs in the opening night. I don't know.
Well,
That's kind of a mistake.
AFL, we'll just say it right now. You guys all know, and you see who we've signed. The championship will run through Albany. So if those are your showcase games, who are you going to send up to us?
Right. And can they get past this is the question. Well, Ari, wait a minute. You just said it. We got the professor himself, Damon, where we know that we've got Darius Prince, the MVP, Trayvon Shorts. I knew it was going to take seconds. How do I get one of them Nike shirts? He just literally it's something, Trayvon, I know how to stop you from asking for stuff. Why do you want everything Darius has? I got to bust on him.
Trayvon Shorts, the 2023 Iron Man of the Year. We love the kid. He did a great job this season, even though we were dispersed all over the country, which has never been done ever in the history of sports, where you just get dispersed in the middle of a season and you're the greatest team and you just help everybody. Never mind. That'll be for another day. Anyway, Trayvon Shorts, we love you here in Albany. Can't wait to get you back. It's going to be some fun times.
He's laughing. What? Go ahead. Keep the sibling fun together. And by the way,
I thought Nava was.
I will say one of my favorite moments of the
entire. Nava does Nike, but.
One of my favorite moments of the entire season that shall not be named is when that man scored and then ran and gave the ball to the person who shall not be named. That was probably in a rough year where a lot of fun was not had in this market. That was funny, and I will give him all the respect in the world for that one. All
I can say is, please never. There's certain things you could never say to me again, and I think we all know what those things are. So,
bars closed. No. Oh, sorry. All right.
Put that shit on?
No, you stop. Because I don't know what's going on with you. You look like you want. Darius Prince, he chose violence today. I can see it in his eyes.
That's enough. No one should ever say to you before. Is it put that shit on?
All right. Come on. We're good. We here at Hooters. This is a family establishment. We would never play such a thing. All right. Well, you had mentioned we've got Flock University. Usually, I'm the one doing that stuff. This is.
Hey, sooner or later, you start to pick up a little bit of something. You know what I mean? Look back,
yeah. There's a lot.
I done seen you work the room before, so I'm starting to pick up a little bit on how you work the room. I like how you do your business.
There's some things you don't need to pick. I mean, you're a very talented individual.
Hey, you can always learn from another individual. Black Mike voice.
Earlier in the show, our head coach and general manager, Damon Ware, I like to call him Werewolf. He doesn't really care for it. You mentioned the best roster. There's been a lot of movement since the last time we spoke. Every week, I feel like you're adding more, you're tinkering, you're fixing, and you got some stuff. Who are we adding? Or should I say,
this week,
who's flocking new?
Who's flocking new? We added O'Brien Goodson, kid out of Memphis. Great kid. Go look him up online. Just a wonderful kid. I'm super excited to have got him. He's a kid that's right on the cusp of making it to the NFL or one of the higher leagues. He's just a great kid, high energy. He's going to be great here for the Capital Region. We really look forward to him. We also added another defensive lineman, another great kid, All-American out of D3 in Metaraya. I'll probably butcher your last name, but it's like Felio. He is another outstanding player, very active.
I'm glad you had to say it
great,
first.
right? Great.
Vet did not want to say that at all.
Nope.
I heard him earlier.
I'm getting names wrong. I know. Well, you want me to do that?
But when you get these two kids on the defensive line, they're going to be something special. We've really got some great kids. And if you just looking up and down at our roster, we don't have that many more people to go. We're going to save some roster spots, obviously, for our tryouts that are coming up, some of the bowl games and stuff that we'll be at coming up in January. But there's, if just look through our roster and just see how proud that you are to be going to be cheering for these kids. I mean, we have some great kids coming into the community.
And kicker Drew Pearson. That's
Drew Pearson,
yeah.
Another.
Everyone's very excited about kicker. We got a good one.
Right. We heard about kickers and we made it happen. We've announced Drew Pearson. Obviously, who kicked for San Antonio the last 2 years. Done a great job. Really had a great second half of the season last year. One of the best, doing all the things that you need to do from the kicker spot. Obviously, here we score a lot of points, so we don't kick a lot of field goals. But if you can be really successful at kicking your extra points and then kicking deuces on the kickoffs, you'll fit in very nicely here in the Capital Region.
That's what it's all about. And you since I don't want to say something I shouldn't say, but since the last we spoke, you do have a way better grip on how the games are going to be played. You after many conversations with the league, you've got a better understanding than just about anybody at this point. Deuce is back. Do we know that for 100%, or is that something we're just still lobbying for?
So we're still lobbying for it. The rules are not finalized, but it is on the cusp of something that will be implemented, obviously. So we're waiting on that final rule book. Obviously, it's very important for us as well, but it is on the cusp of being a rule, and so that's going to be exciting for us. Yeah,
and that's the thing is I've noticed too, like when Coach Ware is on these calls and everything, there's a little extra quiet in the background. When I talk, they just keep going. But you, on the other hand, your name carries weight with that. This is interesting. Richard Kepner, he hopes that Darius plays football better than he bowls.
Ooh! Hey,
we all know this.
First off, Richard said that?
Yeah.
Richard, you got to hear about it every day because you lost to your wife. So you got to hear about that every single day. I had a bad day. Coach Ware, I know we don't speak about the 2023 season, but when we had our team gathering at Apex, was I not in the Final Four to finish off the bowling night?
You were
for
in
the
Final
grand
Four.
prize.
You were in the Final Four.
I had a bad night. It happens.
But
it was surprising though to see Victoria beat both of them.
No, but Victoria, bro,
that was surprising.
Victoria is actually really good. Like, she doesn't do anything special. She just goes back and bowls straight, and it just goes right down the middle of the lane. I mean, she was getting 8s and 9s the whole time. It's like, how do you compete with that? I'm spinning it. I'm spinning the ball. Richard's spinning the ball, and it just didn't work out that way for us that day. The lane was crazy. It was wild.
I think what you're hearing here is that Darius is 100% part of this community.
I am absolutely a part of this community.
I just love how that got you mad. Oh my God, you scored a 59? Is that real?
No, that is.
That can't be real.
It was bad. Well, like I said, to be honest, and Richard could contest to this, on the right side of the lane, I'm right-handed, so I like to spin the ball from the right side of the lane, curve back to the middle. Yeah. The bumper was sticking up halfway down the lane. So,
but if you hit the bumper, it would have went in the gutter. So it's
no. The tip, look, to the viewers out there, let me explain to y'all so y'all understand this. All right, so the bumper's supposed to lay flat like this. When they take the bumpers off, it's supposed to lay flat. Well, it came up. The two parts came up and they made a point like this, right in the middle of the lane on the right-hand side.
At least something's making a point.
So I will bowl it, and when it would hit, look, I would curve it, and right where it would hit that middle point for it to curve back to the middle, it would hit that
This is how
shoot it all the way to
This
the
is how
left.
people in Philadelphia bowl. Don't worry. This is just
I'm from Pittsburgh. I can never be from Philly.
I don't know.
I'm from 412, not 215.
Right words.
For such a tough guy, he's so sensitive. Like, of course, you're a better football player than a bowler. You're the only non-quarterback MVP in the history of the old league.
All light-skinned people are sensitive.
Then what am I?
Well, you play light skin.
There we go. All right. I think this is going to be the Flock U that gets us canceled. At some point, I'm going to announce where next week's is if we're still doing the show. Right now, we have not been blocked by YouTube or Facebook. And no one has kicked us out of Hooters.
We're still in it.
So we're still moving. Everything's going well. And if you told me bowling was what was going to put him on tilt, I would never.
When I saw the screenshot, I actually chuckled. I said, I was hoping that he was going to tell me I actually did that on purpose because it was her birthday and she'd get the win.
Hey,
and I was thinking that that's what it was.
Look,
but he keeps it real, though. That's what I love about it.
No,
he keeps it real.
So now, mind you.
See, wait a minute. So who's Maurice Prince?
That's my brother.
That's your brother. Okay, so why is he from Pittsburgh, 412 Steel City, and you're from Philly?
Hey man, hey Reese, let them know what it is. Hey,
don't say that. Don't wait.
Coach Ware said no. Coach Ware said no. Don't do it, Reese. Don't do it. At the end of the day,
here we go.
Two gentlemen are out with a female. Richard, his wife, is out with us. Of course, we're gonna let her win. Of course.
There we go.
We let her win.
I can't wait.
Here we go.
I ain't got this go head on for no reason.
I know a lot of people wear go hats for no reason.
No, you don't.
Victoria's gonna get on here and be pissed.
Victoria played a great game. I'm not gonna take none away from her. She played a really great. All three games, she played extremely well.
My favorite thing is like earlier today. It was about 10 a.m. Darius walks over. I can help you guys out on the show. I don't know. I don't really want to. I don't need to be on the show today. Whatever. And now it's like Darius like, I'm a better bowler than you. I can play football better than you. I can talk. I have never even been to Philadelphia. Forget those pictures of me wearing Eagles uniforms. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Been to Philly, all right.
Whoa.
And then Rich says now you got to answer
good things in Philly.
Absolutely.
As a football player.
That's what I was talking about.
All right, he was, and also I remember that game he played for the Soul. That was interesting.
We're not going to talk about 2019, Levette.
Okay.
We're going to put that. You know what?
I would. You know what I love, and like I love hate relationship with some of the great members of the flock is our fans are so dialed in on so many things. Like I've got people asking what kind of turf you guys are going to play on this year. I got people asking when do they get their hands on the rulebook. As a fan of like the NFL, I have never once gone, I need to see the NFL rulebook right now. I've never like you guys are crazy. Like I love it. You guys are more done. I feel like if there's ever like an instant replay and you can't get over there in time, we could just grab somebody from section 102.
Right. They got it.
Right. I read the book yesterday. What you need? I stayed at a Holiday Inn. I'm ready.
I will say that sports is the only profession where everybody thinks they know what they're doing by watching it on TV. And that's not always the case. And, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a very
called the principal's office.
A very tough profession. And, yes, there's a lot of knowledge that goes into it. But we always appreciate you blue-collar people for giving your opinions and things. And we love you. And but we just can't wait for us to pack the house on game number 1 in 2024. And
the answer on the turf is it'll be the best turf available, new, whatever. We'll make sure we have the right one for everybody. Because safety's key. I mean, that's the number. I mean, you think about some of the things that have happened, or as we've wiped them from our brains, didn't happen. Taking care of these players has always been paramount. So it's going to be good turf. It's going to be great equipment. Everybody's going to be taken care of. It's going to be good. Bam Bam Murray here's a question for you, Coach. How do you get on the team?
How do you get on the team? Well, first you submit us your bio and game film. Not practice film, but game film. And we go through evaluation process. There's several coaches that'll watch your film, starting from me our scouting director, and going on down our coaching staff. Obviously, from that point, we put a scale together of players at the positions that you're applying for, and ultimately we make the decisions based on game film. As I said, a lot of people, they send their films and they want me to send some kind of feedback. I've always said I don't have that kind of time to send feedback. At the end of the day, you have an agent. Your agent can do those kind of things. If I watch your film for 2 minutes and it's something that I don't see that you could be a part of what we do, I really just move on to the next film. Obviously, maybe some coaches will sit there and tell you, hey, you could do this better, that better. But ultimately, I'm not paid to do those kind of things. I look for, can you be a championship participant with the Albany Firebirds? If you can, obviously, I'll call you. We'll continue the process and go from there. Obviously, if not, the only other way to show us would be to come to a tryout. We are considering having a tryout this year in December. We're working on those things. Obviously, as those things come to fruition, we will put those things out and announce those things. But at the end of the day, it is very tough to play here. We have a championship tradition, and so we look for the best of the best at every single position. And so I get it. There's a lot of people that want to be a part of us that you might not be able to just because of the level of play that we have here.
That is one of the things I've noticed is kind of crazy. I've seen people have emailed me, and again, scouting at firebirdsafl.com is where you want to send those emails. Hey, I've never played football, but I recently got in great shape, and I think I would be an asset to the team. If you've never played football, you will get hurt. You will get. These are different dudes. These are not. This isn't some rec league. This is like, again, he's not photoshopped into that Eagles uniform or that Guardians uniform or any of those. Like, that's real stuff. That's really happened. So, and Coach Ware has taught some of these guys who are gone from playing Saturday nights to Sunday afternoons. So this is not the startup. Maybe call around, look for a flag football league that allows stiff arming first, and then still realize it's a bad idea.
Like I said, it is tough, and again, we do get a lot of emails and things from people that are, hey, I've never played, but I think I can play for you, and it's and it is flattering, and we appreciate you being supportive to what we do. However, this is professional football. If you've never played college football and played at a high level, it's just very different, kind of a level for you. And so at the end of the day, if you haven't played against top level competition in the country, it's really going to be hard for you to go against top level competition in our football league and for you to have some kind of success. And so it's not a startup level. Startup level is go do something in the minor league level or semi-pro, as they call it. That would be the level you start out at. To be with us, obviously, it is very important that you've had some kind of major success at a college or university. That's really the first step, because that is our recruiting ground. That's the step that you've got to have had to make it with our team. Not to say that I would never look at somebody that didn't. I would, but you'd have to be very, very special. So if you're a semi-pro athlete and you haven't, you're a receiver and you're not catching 150-yard plus every single game for your whole entire season, if you're not doing something special like that, there's just no way to put that into a perspective of you going against a kid that maybe never played high school football to going against a kid that played at Alabama, right, and you having the same success. And so just remember, just take it into perspective. I get it. It's weird. I get some emails 3-4 o'clock in the morning of guys, and I don't know what you're doing up at that time, but whatever. You send me these messages.
That's what it pours the cleanest.
And it's like, can you call me? And I've only played semi-pro, and I really think I could be good for your organization. You got to remember, there's a level, just like any other job. There's a level that you have to have gone through. I don't care if you're a construction worker, if you're a forklift driver, there's a certification. There are certifications for us to be at this level. And so just remember, if you don't have that kind of certification, so to speak, it's going to be very tough for you to make it at our level.
Well, and like, I think one of the things that I've seen from people who have played outdoors, whether it be at a decent college program or whatever, you can't run out of bounds in arena football. You can't run out. Like, you've never seen, like, Darius runs into the wall full speed And if we're lucky, they help him back over the wall. They do try to take him once in a while, but like there's no out of bounds. Like there's no safe place. You're in there. Like as a coach with the headset on, do you ever like wish you were coaching outdoors again, just so you weren't standing in the middle of it all?
I mean, at the end of the day, I love arena football, and it's obviously where I'm at. I mean, do I love outdoor football as well? I love football in general, but being every day with kids like this and what he brings to the table, and I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen the way he attacks the football every single game, then you probably won't understand just my affinity for this kid. But you guys got to see his film, and if you can't do what he can do, it's going to be hard to impress me.
And I hate talking nice about him. He's quiet when you do, but not many can do what he does. And that has always been a weird thing for me. Like I met you guys separately. If you had told me how it's brotherly love, because you're from Philly. But you like how close you guys are. Like I never would have thought of it. Like and obviously, you still have to. You're the head coach, and you're the star athlete. But still, there's always going to have to be that level of professionalism. But it shocks me how well you two get along.
No, it's crazy. Like I said, he was my first signing here, and that's always going to be special to me. And what he's done, though, and I mean, it really started from a film study to a signing to a training camp to watching him in his first game against Columbus. Now, remember, he had 6 touchdowns in the Columbus game, and he caught one-handed jumping face first into the wall. And so from that day on, I was a believer in what he could do. I would allow him to do whatever he needs to do to be successful. He's done nothing but earn my respect. So that's why we get along. I tell guys at the beginning of training camp, it's a relationship business, but you'll never build a relationship with me if you're not very good. And that sounds crappy, but it's literally how it is. And so none of the kids that didn't perform well for me do I still talk to today. And I guess if you see some of the people saw the video that was posted on the website about Sean Brown, one of my former offensive linemen. You build relationships with great people, and you stay in contact with them every day. And so those are the guys that you put your life on the line for, that you'll always be there for. And so Darius has obviously earned that respect from me. He's done everything I've ever asked and then some, and he attacks the football with such a great, veracity. It's just insane. And so he's earned that respect. Again, I'll be a fan of his the rest of my life. But that's the thing, is our relationships are really based on performance. And so it's not, you can't just be close to me and you didn't score a touchdown or make a tackle or make an interception. And it sounds really crappy. It really does. But it's the absolute honest truth is you'll never build that relationship with me without helping me win a game. And that's the way it is.
Ryan wants to know what your favorite cheesesteak is. Place to get a cheesesteak.
Ryan. For one, we'll start off with saying I'm a very picky eater, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for that, because if I do go get a cheesesteak, it's just gonna be
it's in Pittsburgh.
It's just gonna be the cheesesteak and cheese. It's not gonna be tomatoes, lettuce, onions. It's not gonna be none of that, because I don't eat that, So for me, probably Maxie's.
Well, we'll have to try one here later at Hooters to see what's down the road a little bit. But your brother,
he's talking about Philly, because you keep saying I'm from Philly. So
I know what's going on.
His bubbles wasn't bad.
The one hand catch is legendary. That's from your brother. It is, man. Yeah. It is one of the ones that, like, when I'm telling people about the way like advertising works inside of our game, and I'm just like, imagine if you had your logo, your company, your message right there on that pad that keeps these guys safe. And then this happens, and I show the picture of Prince with the catch, and it's like, I would like one, please.
Business is beast smart.
Yeah.
Hey,
that can happen all throughout the game.
Yep.
Our dasher pads, we run into those walls all game, from me standing there to players jumping in them to people getting tackled into them. You really want to have one of those dasher pads as a part of some of your marketing process. But get one and enjoy that part. Like I said, we need the community partnerships. It's so important to us, but and we'll do a lot to earn your respect. So please come and be a part of it.
Absolutely. Are we live here at Hooters? It's Flock University, Flock U. You got the head coach, general manager himself, the professor, Damon Ware, the MVP himself, Darius Prince. I'm Jeff Levac hanging out and just realizing that I must be doing something right because I've never scored a touchdown for Ware and he likes me. So, or at least he makes it really, really, really good. All right. So Steve, we already kind of doing questions from the flock, but just tuning in. When are we able to get tickets? We're working on a couple small details. In the past, we have rushed into some of these things and they haven't been perfect. And with the way everything ended last year, there's more of a chance of it not being perfect. So we are making sure to be perfect. So once it starts, it'll roll. As Coach Ware said in the very beginning, don't worry, you will definitely be able to put those in your Christmas stockings, no problem. So that's that. All right, I got two very, very special football minds with me, and everybody knows I'm a diehard Raiders fan, so I got to ask you an NFL. What? Don't roll your eyes at me, Rams fan. How dare you? The Raiders blow out their entire everybody who was ever part of the Patriots. When you see something like that as somebody who's been in front offices and look, sadly, a little turmoil in the not too distant past. When you see something like that, does that mean that team is done? You think those players can rally together? What, as a Raider fan, what should I be bracing for?
Man, the biggest thing about our profession is it's a results-based business. And so when the results aren't there, there's going to be change. And so looking at the Raiders with all the talent that they've had and continue to put on the field, they've underachieved. And so I obviously, as a coach, I don't ever wish for somebody's job to be taken. Obviously, that's not my thing. But when you're underperforming, you're underperforming. And so obviously it does appear to my eyes that there's a purging of the New England way. Yep. They've really got rid of everybody that had some New England connection. So that does tell me that maybe that's the purge. But when you preach something, and it's no different than us, and we've preached the Albany way for many years, and when you don't perform, that expectation is high. And so for them, for Josh and the coaches to come in and preach the Patriot way and not succeed, it's a tough thing. And so obviously for the Davis family, that's a tough decision. But at the ultimate end of the day, you've got to get some wins.
Yeah. It's going to happen. It's going to happen now. Listen, as a mouthy wide receiver, do you think Davante Adams is happy now?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for hanging out.
I would hope so. Davante Adams is very special, so I would hope they would make something happen and get it. You know what I mean? To make it happen over there for your sake, just for your sake. I know you're a diehard Raiders fan. I'm tired of coming into the office on Monday morning hearing you boohoo about the Raiders losing. What else is new?
I don't boohoo.
Ouch.
I swear. please get it right. Steve Bessler, go Giants. You're host. Giants are going to lose this week. It's almost guaranteed. It's almost guaranteed.
We got Giants fans in the house, so I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Nobody's going to make those kind of mistakes.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself. We got Giants fans.
Where's Steve? Next year, you tell me there's a Bills fan over there.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, this is going. So, Steven, basically we're doing questions from the flock right now, live at Hooters. Steven, I see you sitting over there. Said merch idea, replica players' jerseys. Well, so
whose jersey would you like to see?
All right. So instead of the year, you don't have to say that because he's here. You want to come over? Yeah, come over here. We actually have a mic hooked up and everything for a change. Steven is a big fan and always around to help out. All right. So you would rather, instead of seeing the year, instead of 24 on the next one, you want a player,
a DP jersey, absolutely, number 6.
There it is.
Do you want Prince on the back or just number 6?
Prince.
I might have to pay him more for it.
No.
Just do the number.
Don't let him bother you like that.
Name and license rights. Yeah.
What? No, you know what? All right, that's not
I'm his
happening.
agent now.
That's not happening. All right. Who else? Is it just Prince? Is that the guy?
Well, obviously he's the guy, but
don't look at him while you're talking.
I'm a big.
Don't look at
you the whole time.
I know. I'm making sure.
Don't do that.
You stop looking at him while he's talking.
Okay.
I'm a big Shorts fan too.
Okay. All right.
Bought some of his gear too.
So all right. So those are the two.
Congratulations to Shorts. You know what I mean? Representing, buying the Goat King gear.
No,
Nava.
there you
Good-
go.
Good,
Look
good
at that.
stuff. Good stuff
Nothing
right
wrong with
there.
Yep.
All right. So,
All love over here.
so if when I make the call, we do a Prince, we do a shorts. Do we still do the 24, or do you leave that one out completely now and just do players?
I think some people may like the 24. Absolutely.
All right.
You know, it's the year the Firebirds are returning, 25th anniversary. May want to do a 25 jersey.
Well, okay, that'd be next year. You're ruining my ideas for the next. I gotta, I've only got so many ideas, Steven. Like,
I
go
hear
ahead.
you. And maybe let people custom order off the website for players they may like.
I think we
some
should
options.
Should we get the college graduate hats for the professor?
Absolutely.
I like the.
Flock
Okay.
you.
Flock
I
you.
like it.
love
I like it. All right, Steven. Well, you know what? I like it.
Go ahead.
I gotta clear it by the powers that be, but
All
especially
right.
when you drop the NIL, I can't.
Nice. Hey, I just wanted to take an opportunity to thank the ownership group for bringing the team back. Like, a lot of us are diehards, and it was your livelihoods. It was our team ripped from us, and just so happy. Thank you to the coaches and players coming back, mostly because between the Yankees, the Raiders, and the Knicks, Levac can finally have a winner.
Yeah, if you could just cry to be better ratings, could you just cry real quick? That'd be great. Could you? Just, oh, sorry. Cry a little. Cry a
Few
little.
tears.
Yeah. Wait. What are you? You're a Steelers fan.
And a Yankees fan.
As
And a
you
Knicks
should be.
fan.
There you go. Why would anybody be a Steelers fan?
I mean,
You would rather Eagles, right?
outside.
Just laying them out over the plate. We got a
Laying 'em out
request
over
for
the plate.
Flock
I like
UTs.
that.
All right, Steven, man, you're the man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
I like
you,
that.
Steve.
Was nice what you
Definitely.
said there. Here, I'll throw
Appreciate
this
you.
down. That's cool. Yeah, we can. If you got questions, do you want to ask a
Like
question?
Steve
Is
said,
that why
Steve
were
said
closer?
if you
Okay.
want to Darius Press
Come
number
on,
6
little one.
jersey, just let
Come on up and ask some questions.
Mike Corder, Andy, and Richie
Yeah,
know.
I see. Yeah, Mike Corda with local ownership, of
we
course.
could-
Mike Corda, who
Andy and Richie, we can provide that.
yeah, we
Just let
Mike.
them know.
I'm-
DP number 6 jerseys on the way.
As everyone knows, I'm really, really good at spending Mike Corda's money, and now I look forward to spending Andy Gelcher and Richie Sesnits as well.
Absolutely. There you go.
Mike's family is standing there going, "Yeah, you're good at it. Stop it."
I am going to Mohawk and Dutchess tomorrow.
All right, you do the rounds.
I'm going to Mohawk from 10 to 12.
He's just gonna stand in the showroom and sigh.
From 1 to 3
It would
tomorrow.
be a good idea to have a
Yes,
6
absolutely.
jersey.
Protesting. I got a group of people with
you
me.
do.
Flock
Absolutely.
UTs.
Right.
We got a request for Flock UTs from Alan. Well, somebody's supposed to be designing that. Benny Wednesday.
Oh,
Benny Wednesday's supposed to be designing the Flock
there's our
UTs.
designer. He's right there.
Benny Hanna.
I mean,
Hello.
DJ wants to know how much it pays to spend other people's money. I spend it.
Pays
I
a
don't
lot.
get to keep it.
Right. It pays a lot.
I have
Airbnb.
4
Airbnb.
jobs.
Airbnb.
What's that? Yeah,
Airbnb.
an air beaten. Yeah, yeah, it happens.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Benny Hanna.
There he goes. So all right, so we're losing track of some stuff here. Let's do direct questions from the flock. So anything you guys really want to know, we're going to announce where next week's Flock U is going to be. I did see a suggestion for a future Flock U, and it's someplace. I think Darius, you know it better than I do. Elusive.
Yeah, my man Joseph over at Elusive, man. Hey, great guy, man.
So we'll have to
Great
talk
guy,
to them.
run a great establishment over there, man. Take care of us, man. Really great guy, man.
So that's something we'll look at for a future one. We are booked for next week. We'll tell you where coming up as we look at all the questions here. Questions from the flock. What I'm trying to think here. There's some questions about bringing back older players. I think what we're looking at too, like we got the professor, head coach, general manager, building the roster. The bigger names, we've probably got the bigger names now. Now it's you bringing in guys that we haven't seen before that are going to elevate the rest of the roster. If I'm right, I don't like a lot of the bigger names are already tied to something, right?
I mean, if you look at our roster, we do have the big names.
Right. That's right.
We've got one heck of a football team. Our town should be real proud of. Just go up and down our roster and YouTube these kids. I mean, these are outstanding kids. We've got a great blend of talent, and obviously, we're going to compete for a championship.
I always block parties. We are in discussions with the city and everybody else to bring back the block party. I will tell you that the coolest thing I've noticed, and I'll say it quick, and I'll let you guys talk about it. when I used to make these calls for the old team, it was, we'll see what we can do. Now it's like the Firebirds. Let's go. That's I remember that's where I met my wife. That's where we did this. That's where we did that. Is that like it's a lot easier to get people to help out with this Firebirds logo attached to us.
It's been outstanding, and I think some of the people that have heard me talk about this in the past, it's been nothing short of special. As far as the positivity, just the desire to be a part of the Firebirds. And so we've just had a tremendous time. The rebrand is everything that we thought it could be. I mean, we almost wish that we had rebranded a couple years ago. Yeah. It's been so special. There's been so many people that have their Firebird stories. We're super excited about it. We're super excited to be the Firebirds now and to bring this new version of the Firebirds to the future.
Yeah. I'll say, just thinking about the few times you and I have been out in the community and we got the Firebirds gear on and people have approached us. Actually, one time we were on our way to the Levesque and Gaunt show and we stopped to grab us Pizza Hut, and the guy behind the counter was saying that he was a huge Firebirds fan from back in the day. So, just having that logo on, people see it, they get excited about that. So, we're very excited and proud to be back and bring the championship back to the Capital Region.
I love it. I see Lisa over there wants to make sure we get a Wade 13 jersey if we get a chance. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. We might maybe I'll find a way to do as many as possible. David wants to know if he's allowed to troll the other team. No, David, don't troll the other team. That's wrong. Please never do that.
Right.
As much as you want, as loud as you want. Please don't.
Let's wait for the schedule to come out November 16th.
Yeah.
We'll let this big announcement come out. We'll let the schedule come out. Let's see who we got coming to the Capital Region.
Yeah.
And let's come up with a plan.
Yeah, I love it.
It'll be exciting.
Bam Bam Murray, how many games this season? I believe it's 12 regular. 6 home, 6 away.
So right now, I think it's only going to be 10 games.
Okay.
I think we'll have 2 preseason games and 10 regular season games. I think that's what's coming out. Obviously, again, the final will come out November 16th. We're going through these things on conference calls and emails, and we're going to come up with the best set of rules that everybody's going to be excited about. We're super excited about this season and being a part of the AFL, and we'll all know soon. Just in a couple of weeks, the grand finale of announcements going to come out, and we're going to know all the details, and so we're looking forward to that.
I did notice too. I mean, David said, "Is he allowed to troll?" One of the guys here, I've known him for a long time. He's one of that group that's always behind the visitor bench. And how many beers have you had thrown at you? I'm not water bottles usually, but like how many things have been thrown at you and your friends? A good number. It's one of my favorite things to watch happen.
Oh shit!
We
One way to get souvenirs.
Give them hell.
It's great.
Right. Give them hell.
It's fun. It's so much fun to watch. All right, so there's a lot of questions that have already been covered. All I'm going to ask you is to go back and watch this fun show, Flock You. I don't think I've ever had less control over a show that I've been a host of, besides this one. So I'm a little uncomfortable, if we're being honest.
We had a great time.
So
it was a great time.
We're live at Hooters. We're going to hang out here for a little bit, but first, I got to tell you where next week's Flock You will be. This is actually, you can tell everybody because you set it up. Darius made the call.
Coach, what do you think? I like
next
the
week
professor. This is
on Wednesday.
Only reason why I'm doing this because I'm really intruding right now. I'm not supposed to be on the coach's show every week, but I do like a little camera. Let me see.
He used to be so shy, man. Yeah. This is crazy to me.
I like a little camera every now and then.
As soon as you put a camera or microphone in his face, he used to wilt. Now he's like,
true.
Let's get my best side. It's all good. Yeah.
I'm gonna let Coach Ware do it.
Next Wednesday, Flock University. We will be at Buca de Beppo on Wolf Road at 6 o'clock. That's where we'll be. There'll be plenty of food specials, a lot of things going on. We want to get a bunch of people out. It's going to be a fun time. Buca de Beppo, that's where we're at. Let's go, Flock University. Be there or be square.
All right. Just everybody saying some nice things now, real quick. I always like to get the nice stuff in. And DJ saying he's going to go over. D says good show. So much fun, hilarious. This is what I love. David, so hilarious. They'd be more worried about us than the game. That's what he's talking about, the fans going after the visiting team. And that's
We
true
love
too.
it.
I mean,
We love it.
we've seen players get fined for the way you guys get them to react, which is always fun to have happen. All right, so yeah, live at Hooters, of course, one of the perfect places to watch football. Bud Miller Lite specials during the NFL. It is $4.99 a draft. It's $5.99 Sam and Sam seasonal during football for you there as well. We're gonna eat wings. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk football with everybody. You're welcome to come on by still, and make sure you're over at Buka's next Wednesday. It's gonna be so much fun. And if you've got a suggestion for the one after that, let us know. Right now, we've got one suggestion so far, but
I just want to say, make sure y'all come out next Wednesday. Come to Buka. Dan does an amazing job over there. Him and his staff, man. Every time we come through, they treat us right. They do well by us, man. And it's really a family environment. So, bring the family, bring the kids, and let's have a great time. Come see the show in person.
Melvin Holland says he's outside. We have to let him in. I don't believe you.
You are not outside.
And by the way, you're very familiar with Hooters.
Maybe,
you know exactly how to get in.
Maybe come.
All right. Anything to say before we gotta go?
Hey, the flock. Let's make sure we're watching and looking forward to that announcement of our tickets coming out. Obviously, again, this is a huge year. The rebranding, everything that's transpired over the last 12 months. Let's get after it. There'll be plenty of things to add to the stockings. We'll do as much as we can by the time Christmas comes along, but let's pack up the stadium. Obviously, game number one. This is a huge year for us. It's important. The rebrand's important. This is all about you guys in the community. We love you, and we can't wait to see you game number one.
Sorry, I gotta do this. Saw Dog, he'd wear a Levac jersey. What number would you put on that?
Levac jersey?
Yeah, is that the 24? Is that what we would the year? No? Okay. I don't know if I want to let you answer
24.
that.
I'd give it 24.
All right.
Levac need a single digit, man.
No, I'm too fat for that.
Oh, you need a
There's
single
nothing
digit.
worse than a fat guy with a single digit.
Be real. What's your favorite number? It wasn't a double digit number. I know it wasn't. What was your favorite number growing up? It wasn't double digits. I know it wasn't.
Well, it was 7 growing up.
Exactly. So let's put a 7. I don't know if we can do a 7, but if they want to
6. I want 6.
See that? Only 1 6 judge going up in Albany.
If somebody comes up to the right one, I will do. You know what? I should just start trouble with some of the vets that I know from the past. Hey, where's that number 4 at? I'll take that.
Number 0 is like a big thing in football now.
All right.
I love the number 0. A lot of people think it's I love it.
All right, I love it. Melvin 69. And then
Melvin,
how about Kepner hit me with 000? That's wrong. You wrong for that. You wrong for that, Kepner. You wrong. That's wrong. All right, we gotta get out of here. Well, no, we're not gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of this, and then we're gonna eat, drink, and be merry. Stopping by Hooters. We'll see you at Buka's next week. Make sure you're signed up for all the things. You set up for notifications at the Albany Firebirds. We've got Facebook, everything. Ben gets the information out to you as soon as Coach Ware gets it him. So everybody have a great one. Peace out. Flock you. Close for the day.